there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save. Today, two massive games. We go away to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and then we come back to St James's Park and play United just before the January transfer window slams shut. Now, before we get into that, as always, if you are enjoying the series and enjoying the episode, hit that thumbs up button down below. Let's set a like target today. Let's go for, 15 likes on today's episode. Say down below, hit that thumbs up. If you are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and then follow it up with ticking that bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. So let's get into a little bit of roundup and then we'll get into the two games today for you as well. So we last met against Liverpool, 2-0 win at home, really good win for us. And then since then, again, been very, very hard to break teams down because they're just setting up shop and asking us to break them down. João Teixeira winning the game for us against Leicester with 20 minutes to go. Good win there 2 days after playing Liverpool. We then went to Swansea in another 1-0 win. Antonio Marin scoring a goal there. And set us up to start January really, really well. We then followed that up with two cup games, one in the FA Cup and one in the Carabao Cup. Wolves away in the FA Cup. Breland Bowler with a brace and Jamal Lascelles scoring an own goal for his former club. And we go through to the fourth round. We play Charlton in between the Chelsea and the United games. And then the first leg of the Carabao Cup, 3-1. Embolo, Arpen, a Dalot own goal with Milinkovic-Savic scoring for United. That could be a real life signing for United if rumours are to be believed. And then a really comfortable 4-0 win against Burnley, who are really, really struggling this season. Perry, Adolfo, Zagadou and Martins Indy with an own goal. And we've kept our good run of form going into this Chelsea game and the United game. So this is how the league table looks. City have played their game in hand, so that makes them 6 points behind us in first. Tottenham a further 5 points behind that, and Liverpool a further 5 points behind them. Chelsea and United on 36 and 35 points respectively. Arsenal of the traditional top six down in ninth below Southampton and Brighton. So could be a mad grab for the last couple of European places this season. And we also have some big news as regards to the squad. Adolfo has handed in a transfer request and I've accepted, but he'll only be going if we get in the region of £120 million. The likes of Arsenal, City, Madrid, Valencia and Chelsea all looking out for Adolfo. Teixeira as well. He's unhappy. PSG came in for him, and again, he's not on the transfer list just yet, but I'm not going to be accepting anything less than £150 million for the young Portuguese man there. Other than that, I think they're the only two players that have been coming for. I think Breland Bowler had a bid from Man City, but I think it was about 40-50 million quid, and I just rejected it straight away. And Van Zanten's unhappy because I didn't give him a new contract, but hopefully that will disappear sooner rather than later, and by the end of the season we'll be able to give him one. That is it for the roundup. As you can see, you've already seen the lineup for the game against Chelsea. We've mixed it back up. We've gone back to a formation that I played with United at the start of the FM cycle, and it seems to have turned our fortunes around a little bit, scoring more goals but not conceding many either. So we've got Rakitic in goal, Van Zanten, Polcone, Zagadou and Bilal the back line, Teixeira and Lauritsen in the middle of midfield with Marin on the left and Bolo on the right with Teresiano in behind. Betty up on the bench. Dodo, Cook, Meyer, Madison, Keane, Perry and Adolfo. Let's get into this one against Chelsea. See if we can keep this good run of form going. Chelsea throwing on that left-hand side. Hazard trying to find N'Golo Kante, and with good pressing there from Teresiano. Bentancur again, good press from 2 or 3 players. Hazard goes for goal, and it's high and wide from the ageing Belgian now, playing in that middle of midfield, just behind Alvaro Morata up top. 15 minutes gone, still 0-0. Just before half-time, Miranda down the line to Vinicius Jr. and Embolo and Van Zanten do a really good job in getting the ball off him. Zagadou now getting the ball into Teresiano, quickly out to Marin as an inside forward. Now goes for goal. Long effort from the Croat, just wide of Kepa's goal. Corner, Hazard whipping that out to Chiesa on the edge. Goes for goal. Good block by a Newcastle man. Audacious effort from a very narrow angle from Chiesa, and that should see us through to half-time on 0-0. Very open game between the two sides. We've had a little bit more possession and one shot more on goal, but it stays at 0-0 with the early kickoff this weekend. I'm just going to say we can still win here, just to keep working hard. Got the ability to make the difference today. Go out there and produce it. Belal going to throw that ball into Teixeira. Lovely switch out to Van Zanten. He's got to take on his man or get an early crossing. He gets an early crossing. Arps there at the back post and free chance at goal, and he's put it wide. Marin from deep goes for a shot, and Kepa, I think, just manages to keep that out just after the hour mark. And Marin again taking the corner, outswinger now. Can he find a black and white shirt? It's an own. Oh, it's not an own goal. Thought we'd scored there, but it's a foul. Marin again, good delivery in, Embolo at the back post, but hitting the side netting. 25 minutes to go. We are going to make some changes. Fetiar's going to come off for Aldolfo. We're also going to bring Teixeira off as well for Arnie Myers, that deep line playmaker. And we're also going to bring off Marin for Moise Keane and see if those three changes make us a little bit more threatening in that final third. Morrison, loads of time and space, goes for goal, but the shot straight down Kepa's throat. And the highlight's going to continue, but they go long, and Porcone only gets that header as far as Perez into Victor Hugo. Vinicius Jr. out to Chiesa, and he puts that ball in with 10 minutes to go. Looks like Chelsea have hit us well and truly on the break, and Chelsea go 1-0 up in this game. And Porcone, it's a poor header. Perez gets it down to Vinicius Jr. Good ball through to Victor Hugo. Again, returns it back to Vinicius Jr. And where is the marking? Where is the defence? At the back there, and Chiesa just pushes that ball past Rakitic. 1-0 Chelsea. 8 minutes to go. Vinicius Jr. being tackled by Van Zanten. Good tackle by the young Dutchman there. Embolo into Teresiano, driving forward, goes for goal, hits the post, it comes back to him, and it's a great saving tackle from Christensen. And we've been super unlucky in this game against Chelsea, and it looks like we're going to go down 1-0 losers here. 1 minute left. Belal into Arnie Meyer. Can we snatch a draw from this game against Chelsea? Belal whipping that ball in. No one's in there. Falls back to Keane. To the back post. Embolo takes it down. Shoots and scores. Embolo, 30 seconds left on the clock. Saves us a point in this game, but we should have had so much more with the amount of chances we've had. And it's a lovely ball in from Belal. No one really in there. Rudiger gets that ball clear. Keane, first time whip. Poor header away from Miranda, and on the half volley. And Bolo's there, one apiece. And there we have it. Full time whistle goes. Chelsea 1, Newcastle 1. Chelsea scoring in the 80th minute, 10 minutes from time. But we nick a point with literally the last kick of the game. Brilliant Bolo scoring. But other than that, the attacking 5 or 6 players not playing well. That, simply put, was not good enough. And we go back to St James's Park and play Man United. Right then, before we get into the second game of today's episode against United, a couple of things to round up. We drew 0-0 away from home at Old Trafford to get through to the Carabao Cup final, where we'll play Swansea in that one, and we'll bring you that next time out with the Bayer Leverkusen first leg. And then we beat Charlton 3-1 in the FA Cup 4th round. Aldolfo with a hat-trick, the one-to-way striker, picking up a really good hat-trick there against Charlton. And in the 5th round, we'll play Brentford away from home. So relatively easy tie there for us. Brentford still in the Championship. This is how the league looks as well, with all the games being played. We're the last ones to play this kind of game week. City drew with Liverpool, so that leaves us 5 points clear with a game in hand, and we win that, we go 8 points clear. So if we win this one against United, 8 points clear of City. If we draw it, it's 6 points clear. So yeah, all in all, really good buffer with us going into this game against United. This is going to be the lineup that plays against United. Rakitic in goal, Van Zanten, Porcone, Zagadou and Belal, the back line, Teixeira and Lauritsen in the middle of midfield, and Bolo on the right, Marin on the left, Maddison in behind, Betty Arp on the bench, Dodo, Bastoni, Cook, Maya, Keane, Teresiano and Aldolfo. Let's go and get it. Corner, Maddison going to whip that ball in. Arp at the back post, and it goes in off, I think, number 15, Upamecano, but it's going down as a Fetty Arp goal at that back post, and we lead United 1-0 after 15 minutes. Great ball in from James Maddison, and Arp does get ahead of it, and it does hit the defender on the chest and goes in. I think it was going in anyway, and it's 1-0 to Newcastle. Teixeira being pressed by Milinkovic-Savic, but gets the ball back to Zagadou. Now we're going through the midfield, and now Lauritsen stretching those legs, comes out to this right-hand side with Mbolo. Can he get the ball in? He can. It's a bit floaty. Maddison, though, picking up that loose ball. Marin's there. Marin smashes home. What a goal that is from Antonio Marin. His 10th goal of the season. Great assist from James Maddison. 2-0 Newcastle. Let's see it in 3D. Mbolo down that right-hand side. As I said, the cross a little bit floaty. Not really aimed at anybody, but great take by Maddison. Good quick pass out to Marin, and he slams it past De Gea. 2-0 Newcastle. Rakitic on the half-hour mark with the ball in his hands, and is he going to find a black and white shirt? Goes to Zagadou, and now Rakitic. It's a poor kick out to the left-hand side. It's going out to Belal, but it hits Zagadou on the back, and Raheem Sterling should be doing better there. And Mbolo one-on-one in the air with Diego Dallo, and Dallo beats him in the air, and that's a good ball down the channel to Icardi, and Porcone. Really good defending. United coming back into this one, and Ruben Neves out to Milinkovic-Savic. Good press from Teixeira. Diego Dallo being tripped by Mbolo. Looked like he was outside the box. The referee's going to have a look at it. Is it going to be a penalty? And as you know by now, most of these are free kicks, and brilliant Mbolo upending Dallo there on the edge. Ruben Neves, whipping that ball in, but straight at Rakitic. And that is half time. United had more of the chances, but we've just been a little bit more clinical. Fetty up on the 15th minute, and then 10 minutes after that, Antonio Marin smashing the goal home to make it 2-0. He's picked up a little bit of a knock, so we're going to bring on Moise Kean. Great replacement to have on the bench. Midfield 2 not having the best of games in Teixeira and Lauritsen, and Mbolo not having a great game either. I'm going to bring Teixeira off as well, actually, at half-time, and bring Arnie Meyer in. Is that deep line playmaker. Just going to say... you might be winning, but it still can all change. Let's make sure we do not drop and see if we can change Mbolo's round as well. There's a lot more to come from him. Change him as round as well. 2-0 at the break. Can we keep hold of this 3 points? Here, starting from the back on the hour mark, and Upamecano gets the ball, but has to go back to the head. Really good press from the front line, and Zagadou knocking that forward to Arnie Meyer. Finds Moise Kean, and now into Maddison, and good play from Maddison and Kean, getting the ball, passing it around, not stopping too much. Zagadou out to Porcone. Zagadou again. Can we find a way through the channels, way through the lines? We go long, and that's a poor header from Mura out to Moise Kean now. Can he get the ball in? Find Fetty up. He can at the near post, and it's straight at De Gea. So good reaction save, and it's unlucky from Fetty up. Should be 3-0 up there. So great chance from the German. Sterling with a corner outswinger. Ruben Diaz at the back post. Van Zanten off the line. We block it as well. Comes back out to Ruben Diaz, and he goes for an audacious effort that a centre back shouldn't be trying. But we're hanging on with this game against United. 16 shots to our 11. Final 10 minutes now. And there we have it, full time whistle goes. Newcastle 2, United 0. Say they had more shots on goal, more shots on target, but we were more clinical, and some of the defending that how we had at the back was absolutely phenomenal. 7.7 from Zagadou, 7.5 from Belal, and 7.2 from Van Zanten and Rakitic, with Fetiarp scoring the goal alongside Antonio Marin. So that is fantastic for us to see. 8 points clear now in the league. Let's go to the January transfer window and see if anything happens. Here we go then. Transfer deadline day is tonight at 11 o'clock. We are going to take part, and the ones we're going to have to look out for. Adolfo still wanted by some of the big boys in Arsenal, Chelsea, Madrid and Leipzig have come in for him now. Teixeira still wanted by Milan. It was PSG at the start of the window, but it's now Milan. Again, with him, it's going to be 150 million quid because he is just phenomenal. Also, Fetiarp is constantly wanted by the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool and Spurs. And Mbolo wanted by Arsenal, Chelsea, Barca and Madrid. And Porcone also wanted by Leverkusen, Barca and Madrid. So anything happens, you'll be the first to know. I'll see you if anything drops. And there we go. Transfer deadline day is shut. Nothing happened. None of the big boys wanted to come in and splash the cash on any of my players. I found that in this year's game, clubs really don't want to spend money on your players. They'll happily go out and spend 150 million on other players, but if you go, I want 150 million pound for your player, they generally go no, and the deals that they offer your club are absolutely horrendous. City offered us about 63 million for Mbolo, and he's been on an absolute tear this year. So yeah, this year's game, the transfer system has been a little bit off kilter, I found anyway. What do you think? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. But all of our players remain. Aldolfo, Teixeira, Embolo, Arp and Polcone all stay with the club, and hopefully the second half of the season will be just as good as the first one. We are going to be back. That is it for today's episode. We are going to be back for the Leverkusen and the Swansea game, 2 cup competitions, and then we'll give you a roundup of Brentford, Arsenal and Wolves as always. As I said at the start of the episode, if you have enjoyed today's episode and the series, hit that thumbs up button. We're going for 15 likes on this episode, so if you haven't already, hit that like button. If you are new around here or you just haven't hit that subscribe button, by all means, while you're down there, hitting the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button as well, and then follow it up with the bell icon and turn on all those notifications so you're notified every time a video goes live. But that is it for today's episode. We'll be back tomorrow with Leverkusen and Swansea. I'll see you soon.